Welcome to the Airgun Show. This week I'm taking a look at the Brocock Sniper XR. But before that, the rats just keep on coming and I'm dealing with another infestation on the farm. Right, well, as you can see, I'm out ratting tonight and I'm getting a few shots. The opening hour has actually been really good and I must have already counted for about 9 or 10. It has slowed down just a bit though over the last sort of half an hour, so it seems like a good time to just stop shooting, have a bit of a chat and explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I'm on a mixed farm that's been having a lot of trouble with rats over the last few months. To be honest, it's nothing particularly unusual. The food and shelter on and around farmyards does tend to attract a lot of rats through the colder months when natural food tends to be scarce. I've been doing my best to chip away at their numbers, probably putting in about 2 nights a week, and it's been pretty busy shooting. Most evenings I've been accounting for probably around about 20 rats in a 2 or 3 hour session. Now the kit that I've been using for the job is the Zebroia Hortesia, which is a great little affordable airgun with a fantastic multi-shot action. It's straight pull and it just makes for really quick and easy reloading in the dark. Also, being a pretty inexpensive airgun, you don't have to be too afraid to use it in the mucky confines of the farm. It's not a gun that you feel like you have to wrap in cotton wool. Optics wise, I'm using the ATN X-Sight 4K Pro, which I'm getting on with really well. I've been using it right through the winter and it's performed brilliantly, and that is held on with sports match scope mounts, which I always use. As with most of my ratting, I'm shooting from a seated position off of sticks, which makes for really precise shooting. I have put out a few bait spots and it's the usual liquid iced cat food, but to be honest, I'm shooting plenty of rats that are nowhere near those spots. There are just so many around. As I said, it has gone a bit quiet here, but what I'll do, I'll reload the magazine now and we'll give it a bit longer and see if it does pick up again. If it doesn't, then we'll probably move on and try another spot. Having a gun with a decent multi-shot firing system is more or less essential for nighttime shooting. It's so much easier than trying to fumble a pellet into the breech every time you need to reload. That one came pretty quickly. It was round the pallets. I've already shot one or two there this evening. I'd like to think we'll get a few more there. Sure enough, the area around the pallets soon produces more ratty activity. Oh, that was another one from the shelter of the pallets. They absolutely love being under cover like that because it makes them feel safe from predators. And once again, the same area soon yields yet another rat. That was another one from the pallet area. There's been a real flurry of activity over there since I reloaded the mag and settled back in. Watch the ground by my feet in this clip and you'll see a rat getting a bit too close for comfort. Two in quick succession there, and the first one was over by those pallets again. If they keep coming like this, I don't think we're going to have to move to another spot. The action may not be quite as thick and fast as it was at the outset, but I'm still getting enough shots to keep me interested. Oh, that was a close one. Had to give it a touch of holdover. It was a well-placed shot, rolled it right over. Another quick response there, and that one was really hitting into one of those bait spots. How about that for a double? I actually had to wait quite a long time for that opportunity. Then two came along at once. That was a slightly longer shot, so I gave it a tiny bit of hold under, absolutely walloped it over. Did have to wait quite a long time for that one though. It's probably about half an hour. It really has slowed down, so it seems like a pretty good time to head for home. It's starting to get cold as well. I guess we've been here about 3 hours, so all told it's been quite a good session. I guess we must have had around about 20 rats. We'll find out in a minute when we pick them up, but that's a pretty good session, pretty good tally for one evening. As ever, it's about keeping the pressure on. I'll be back again here in probably just a few days' time. Another good night on the rats there, and now it's the Airgun Show news.
This is the Airgun Show news. Yet another shooting show has been postponed as fears over coronavirus worsen. The Northern Shooting Show has been rearranged from planned dates in May to the 28th and 29th of August. This follows the government announcement that all mass gatherings would not be supported by the emergency services and that the general public should only make essential trips out. Show organiser Richard Stokoe said, "We appreciate this is incredibly frustrating and concerning for all involved, including ourselves, as the show was virtually ready to go for May." Visit northernshootingshow.co.uk to find out more. British shooters have been smashing records at Intershoot 2020. Medals were won and new British records were set at the annual 3-day event in the Netherlands. Athletes competing in air rifle and pistol included Scotland's Amelia Faulkner, who set a British record score of 571 in qualification. The English shooters took the team gold and in doing so set a new GB record. A special mention must also go to junior rifle shooter Harry Vincent, who is part of the GB talent squad. Harry made the final every day and finished with a silver medal in the team event, boding well for Team GB's future Olympic and Commonwealth prospects. Daystate are celebrating the start of the new decade with the launch of a new group of electronic pre-charged pneumatic airguns. The Delta Wolf is unlike any other air rifle and is the first to adopt an advanced tactical form factor that has already proven popular with shooters across multiple disciplines. In addition to its revolutionary features, the Delta Wolf range has also been designed to be simpler to use, easier to tune and faster to service. Following 2 years of development and investment, Daystate are calling the Delta Wolf the most technologically advanced airgun of all time, and say that the new range will reinforce their reputation as makers of the world's most advanced airguns. Visit daystate.com for more details. And finally, coronavirus, or COVID-19, has led to business closures as the government advises against non-essential travel. In the latest update, Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said that, without drastic measures, the disease could overwhelm the NHS. Speaking on the 17th of March, Mr Johnson warned that more extreme measures may be needed to protect lives and livelihoods. However, the government has also issued promises to help families and businesses that are affected by coronavirus. Let us know how this affects you and your business in the comments below. That was the Airgun Show news.
Here's a great looking airgun from Brocock. It's the Sniper XR in laminate stock, guys. Now, the new XR range features a brilliant and very slick sidelever cocking mechanism, and it includes the Commander, the Sniper, the Concept and Compato models. Prices start with the Compato at £770. This one, which is the Sniper in laminate stock and with the larger carbon fibre buddy bottle, retails for £1,295. Stock options include a robust and lightweight synthetic handle. Being something of a traditionalist, I much prefer this laminate option. It does weigh a little bit more, but then this gun still only weighs about 3.5 kilos without a scope fitted, and it measures a very compact 88 centimetres. It's very nicely balanced and comes onto the aim really well. Apart from looking good, the Ambidextrous stock is also very functional. The extended forend means you don't have to hold the bottle with your leading hand, and there are patches of very grippy stippling on both sides of the forend and pistol grip. I really like the thumb hole cutaway. It makes for a secure and very comfortable hold. The stock is equipped with some really neat features. There's a Picatinny type rail on the underside of the fore end for accessory attachment, and there's plenty of scope for adjustment to ensure a really good fit, as both the butt pad and rounded cheek piece are both height adjustable. Now, these adjustments are quick and easy to make and entail nothing more than slackening and tightening screws. There has been a real turnaround at Brocock since the company started working closely with Daystate a few years ago. These are now some of the best made air guns on the market. They're well engineered, solidly constructed and look great. Features on this one include a full-length barrel shroud. It's baffled to provide some sound suppression, but it also features a thread so you can attach an additional moderator if you want it really quiet. There are numerous scope mounting options including standard dovetail. This gun features the super secure Picatinny system, and the front section is swept forwards to ensure plenty of clamping space for larger scopes. It even features 2 additional accessory rails which could come in really handy for mounting things like lamps, lasers or infrared illuminators. Between the rails sits a 10-shot magazine. Now, I've used this magazine to cycle thousands and thousands of shots through my own Brocock airguns and have always found it to be incredibly reliable. Behind the magazine sits the new sidelever mechanism that makes the XR really special. In my opinion, the sidelever is really well positioned, and I really like the large grippy handle which makes for a secure hold even when you're wearing gloves. The mechanism feels very smooth, better than the side bolt that it replaces, and that was already very good. This is a sub 12 foot-pound airgun and it feels really slick, but I'm told that it's also very, very smooth even on high power airguns. There's a power adjustment dial in front of the sidelever. It has 3 very clear stops, and while I don't really see the need to wind down the power from sub 12 foot-pounds, I can imagine it being very handy on high powered models which can churn out muzzle energy in excess of 55 foot-pounds. I really like Brocock triggers, and the one on this model certainly lives up to my expectations. I love the design of the blade and the release is excellent. It's a little bit heavier than I'd normally like, but I've got a feeling that that might be because this gun has been used as a demonstrator model. It's a 2-stage adjustable unit, and on this setup the first stage is a little bit short, but it comes to a very clear stop before braking with absolutely no creep. The safety catch is a paddle type switch just in front of the trigger. Yes, it is a bit close to the blade, but you don't have to adjust your hold to use it, and at no point do you have to pull back towards the trigger to operate it. The gun is safe when it's across to the right, and then you just nudge it over to the left when you're ready to shoot. This gun is .22 caliber, and thanks to that big bottle, it returns more than 400 shots at about 11.4 foot-pounds from a full charge. Filling up with air is very simple. Just remove the magnetic dust cap from the underside of the stock and then couple up with the supplied adapter and you're good to go. This airgun is equipped with a regulator made by Dutch Supremos, Huma Air. This neat little piece of engineering helps to boost that shot count and makes for very impressive shot-to-shot consistency. This gun showed a variation of just 6 feet per second over a string of 30 shots, and that was using pellets taken straight from the tin. You can keep an eye on regulator pressure on the top gauge, and the bottom one shows your remaining air reserve. So, that's the main features of the Brocock Sniper XR. Let's put out a target and I'll show you how it shoots. Well, there you go. That's a 5-shot group at 30 metres from the .22 caliber test gun. Got a bit of a breeze today, and I did notice that one of those shots did whip up a bit. I don't know whether it was because of the breeze or whether it was a duff pellet, but obviously 4 of those shots grouped incredibly tightly, and there was that one slight flyer. But what I will say is that target I was aiming for is smaller than a pound coin, so that is still an incredibly tight group and more than accurate enough for tackling live quarry at this range. I'm certainly impressed with that. The Brocock Sniper XR may not be cheap, but I still think it represents very good value for money. It's got an extremely consistent regulated firing cycle, it's got huge shot capacity, it's housed in a beautiful laminate stock, and now it also boasts an incredibly slick side lever action. If you want a compact airgun that's not only accurate but is also an absolute joy to shoot, then have a go with one of these.
Look out for the new and improved Airgun Shooter magazine, packed full of technique, gear and insight from some of the best shooters in the industry. Brand new look and free video content. Pick up your copy today in stores or online.
That's all for this week, but as ever we'll be back again in a fortnight. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you aren't already a member of the BASC, have a look at their website and check out the benefits that you could be taking advantage of through Airgun membership.